The P47. Basically, what I've done so far is I went ahead and sanded the fuselage down on the top here. Just got a little bit more to go right about there. Started working on the bottom of the fuselage here, getting it sanded. I did shoot a little bit of primer on. I got most of it filled up, and so I'm going to whack that off a little bit more today and shoot some more primer on it, and I should be good to go. And then next will be basically just shooting cockpit green and then putting a black wash in the cockpit, and just doing a little bit of a wash there. Be all the detail painting you'll see, and then I'll put the canopy on, mask that off, and then shoot the whole thing primer so I can blend the canopy with the color of the plane, and then we can start doing the start painting the base coats of the P47. So we're on sanding duty, so hopefully we'll get that accomplished today. The 262, it's probably going to be a little hard to see because the camera. The bottom here is a Tamiya light blue. So after I pre-shaded, I waited, and then I painted the light blue on there. I got to paint the landing gear wells, which I'll probably paint somewhat of a cockpit green color, and then just put a little bit of a wash in there just to bring out the details. But that's pretty much accomplished. On the top, I did Tamiya field gray, which is basically a greenish color. Kept the pre-shading show through just to give it a little bit of a weathering effect. I'm going to let this dry today, and then I'm going to take Krylon Crystal Clear here. I'm just going to spray the top, and we'll let that dry today and tomorrow, and then either probably Tuesday I'll go in with some Tamiya tape there and start masking off the splinter pattern for Gallon's camo deal there, and we should be ready to rock and roll on that. And that's pretty much be once I get it taped off, and it won't be an exact pattern. I just I take a little freedom on doing the splinters, so that'll work out, and that'll probably be a darker color than this, which will somewhere in the Tamiya paint rack there. We'll find the darker green to go on it. The creeper truck, I did get it pre-shaded, and I went ahead and got the base coat on, which is Tamiya Whole Red, and I went dark in places, light in places, let the pre-shading show through, let the gray primer show through, just kind of variety of different colors. I'm at the point now, I was going to do the cement, and I'm thinking about doing the salt chipping. I saw a fellow modeler do one, and I don't do a whole lot of salt chipping, and I might go ahead and do that and just do a couple more videos on it and show everyone. But my original plan was going to use sponges, and these are cosmetic sponges. You get these at like the dollar store or the beauty supply store, and so you get 32 triangles for basically $1, $1.25. So that's just an excellent buy. I was going to actually get some I want to say random paint, reds and oranges and rust colors, and basically dip it with the sponge and do a molting effect. But I may do the salt. I'm leaning toward it. I don't do a whole lot of salt weathering, and I want to do it on this one and show everyone, and then it should work out. It'd be a learning experience for all of us. It's easy, but it's not. You just kind of have to kind of work with it. And I want the salt though because it's more random than the sponge. So when you put the salt on in different spots and rub it off, it actually will be more different than actually putting the actual controlling the sponge of where the rusting out effect. But anyway, that's where I stand on that. I'll probably do salt on that, and I'll probably do a little video on it and show you everyone how that works. So, and after I put the salt on, which is at the stage I'm at now, I'm probably going to do a I'd actually seen a modeler build one of these, and he used a field blue, which is basically I want to say a dark gray with a little blue tint in it. So I'm probably going to take a little bit of black green and probably a little bit of this and just mix it, and it's basically the same color. And a little black and the light blue here, and spray it, and then get the spotty rusted color, and I'll add a little bit of green to it because there's a little bit of green on the truck too. But anyway, it should take effect once I get the salt on there. So anyway, that's where I stand on it. Flash Gordon. While everything dries around here, I just been basically sanding down the seams and doing a little bit of primer work. And it's just basically a little slow process. I got most of it sanded down, just a little bit of fine sanding just to do, just get it top notch, and then I'll be able to put the legs on and get him all sturdy. But just a couple more rounds of sanding. Had to break out the needle files here to get the neck seal around where the head goes. Get that. That's basically worst part of the kit. It's kind of misshapen, and there's one part on the kit that's it's one of the legs. It don't really match. It kind of does, but not either. And so what I did is just add a little bit of red putty on there, just about that much, all the way to the top, and sand it down, and I was good to go. So a little more on that, and he should be basically ready for full assembly. Carl the Martian here, he's going to take a little bit of work. He's hard to just actually get clamped together, and he's got some gaps on the sides here, which is kind of hard to see. And what I'll probably do is, I got him glued and I can't get him snapped any better than that. You can see on his legs. So I'll probably may do a little bit of putty, and then I'll probably do some tulip and maybe a little putty after that. Who knows? We'll just see how Carl will look once we get a little primer on him and a little bit of putty. But anyway, that is what I have got going on today. Hopefully I can have a little bit of a shed update, because it is nice weather outside. So I'll try to do that momentarily. But we got Flash Gordon, the P47 taking shape, laying paint down on the ME262, and laying paint on the creeper truck, and we're going to rust it out. So stay tuned for the next exciting episode.